Good morning, my friends. It is Sunday, the 29th of March. I can't wait till this month is gone, although April looks to be about the same. As Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy would say, we are stuck in Groundhog Day. Yes, we are. Things here in New Jersey are getting much more intense when it comes to, I know they're testing more people, so we're getting a lot more positives, but we're up over 11,000 positive cases now. And our first one was diagnosed on the 3rd of March. So that's really rapid growth. And like I said, I know with increased testing, there's going to be increased positives. And people are not paying attention to the stay at home. They're just doing what they want. Parties are being broken up all over the place, and it's a hot mess. But it is what it is. We are doing our part, and that's all we can do. We can't worry about other people. We are staying home. Doug is going out today. We have, there's a company.
Doug is going out.
Let me finish. There's a company near us. It's a wholesale fruit and vegetable distributor. And they're selling to the public now. So, yeah, it's great. You can you place your order through email, then they call you and get your debit card number, and then they assign you a pickup time. And when you pull up, there's 4 or 5 tractor trailers, each one marked like A to E, F to whatever. You pull up with your last initial, give them your name, they put the produce right in your trunk, you drive away. Contactless, it's wonderful. And we did it last week, and the produce is phenomenal. Oh my gosh, it was so incredibly fresh and so incredibly delicious that we decided to do it again this week. So I will show you that later in this video when he picks it up. Our pickup slot is between 2 and 5 this afternoon. So he's going to do that. What else? I was perusing Facebook. I just got finished my run. I did a 5K. I was supposed to actually be racing in a 5K today, but of course it was canceled, which now that I look outside, I'm kind of glad. The 5K that I was supposed to be in today, it's called the I Race for Vocations. Our diocese puts it on, and we have a huge outdoor mass, and then we have the big race, and it's attended by thousands of people. It's wonderful. We have a big picnic afterwards, and last year it rained. And it was so miserable. We sat outside in the rain through mass. And then it did stop by the time the race started. But personally, I'd rather run in the rain than sit through mass in the rain. And it was cold last year. And guess what? This year, same thing. I think they need to change it and make it like later in the year, like maybe the end of April. I think they do it every year the week before Palm Sunday. I think that's their date. So yeah, but so I'm kind of glad it got canceled because it's raining and miserable. It poured all day here yesterday. Like, I'm talking, at certain times it sounded like somebody was banging on our roof. It was raining so hard. Then last night we had thunder and lightning. Yeah, it's been crazy. So it's raining again today. Adam's going to be disappointed because he ordered a new skateboard and it came yesterday, and he really wants to get out there and skateboard. And I'd really like to get outside and take the dogs for a walk or something, but we'll see. I don't think is it supposed to rain all day today?
No, I don't think it's raining right now, is it?
It looks like it. It could just be my dirty back window.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But it's miserable though and cold, so we'll see. But I was scrolling Facebook this morning before my run, and one of the mods on my Facebook page posted a recipe from Drizzle Me Skinny, and it looks so good. It's mini monkey bread muffins. I have everything to make it, so I thought that would make a nice little brunch treat after we have our breakfast, because we'll have a low point breakfast. Actually, I was supposed to have stuffed French toast this morning, but I have some potatoes left over from the other night that we're trying to use up, so I think I'm going to make an eggs and potato kind of breakfast. We are trying to use every bit of food, like nothing going to waste, just because you just never know. So we're having a smorgasbord for lunch. Whatever's in the fridge, find it and heat it up. I'm cleaning out the fridge today because we're getting all this produce. I need room for it, and I want it upstairs, not downstairs, because I'm going to make like a vegetable tray and leave that out, because the kids have been gravitating a little more towards like the chips and the little Debbie's cakes when they want a snack, and that's generally not like them. They are big fruit kids, so I figure if I put some cut up fruit and some cut up vegetables out on the counter like I do for myself, they'll do that. So I'm going to do that, but first I'm going to make these muffins, and I'll show them to you when they're done. And then I'd like to get a shower before we have online mass at 10:30 with the bishop, so I'm hoping to get cleaned up before then. If not, no big deal. I'm going to mass in my family room. I can go in my workout clothes. So I will be back and show you these awesome looking muffins. Here are the mini monkey bread muffins right out of the oven. I tasted one and they're pretty good. A little bit applesaucey. I think I may try next time to do a little tiny bit of light melted butter with the brown sugar to make them more like a monkey bread, because that's what you use in regular monkey bread. I'm not sure, but they are pretty tasty. And you get 24 out of them. Now the way that Drizzle Me Skinny did it, they're 1 point each. She used real brown sugar and real white sugar. I used the 0 point monk fruit sugar and monk fruit, or the Sucre and Gold 0 point brown sugar. So I have to see if that makes a difference in the points. Probably not, but I'm going to run it through the recipe builder and find out.
So when he heard that he was ill, he remained for 2 days in the place where he was. Then after this, he said to his disciples,
Okay, it is breakfast time. It is really late. It is 11:38. So this will probably be breakfast and lunch. I have 3 ounces of some leftover potatoes we had in the fridge. So that is 2 points for those. I'm going to count 1 point for the oil that Doug fried them up in. 2 eggs for 0 points on blue and purple, 4 points on green. The potatoes would just be the 1 point for the oil on the purple, and 2 points for the green and the blue. 3 slices of Canadian bacon for 1 point, and a ShopRite light English muffin for 2 points. So for me on blue, 3, 4, 5, it is a 6 point breakfast. Plus I already had those, 4 little mini monkey bread muffins. So I've had 10 points already, and it's not even noon, and I have a high point dinner planned. So yeah, I'm thinking nothing else until dinner time today, or some 0 point foods if I get hungry. Okay, I was on the phone talking to my friend Suzanne and then talking to Denise, so I didn't record the before, but I did take a picture of it, and here is the after. Look how nice and neat it is now. Yeah, see these separators? Doug actually made them for me. I laid out the drawer how I wanted it to be laid out, and he made these for me out of wood and customized. He actually did it to all my kitchen drawers for me, so it's really helpful and it's really handy. So while I'm doing this, Doug was moving the stove and the refrigerator so we could clean out underneath of them. I figure I'm in the mood today, I might as well get it done. So drawer number 1 done, on to drawer number 2. On to drawer number 2. This one's not too bad, but it could use a little loving. So my little project of cleaning out drawers now has turned into lining some drawers. Yeah, my silverware drawer, like there's all kind of stains on the bottom, and I've tried everything to get them out and I just can't, and it doesn't look good. So I decided, why not throw some pretty contact paper in there? And of course, as I'm doing this and have the counter completely covered with stuff, Doug is pulling out the refrigerator and cleaning under it. Okay, I only do that twice a year. I think I need to up my game. Can I tell you, I'm glad the Board of Health didn't, come knocking at the door, because it was beyond nasty.
Somebody spilled something.
Somebody must have spilled something and it went under the fridge. Yeah, nasty. And just to make matters a little more interesting, look, drinking my water. Just to make matters a little more interesting, apparently while Doug was cleaning the floor, Somehow he must have hit on his Apple Watch 911, like the emergency. I think there's something you can do. You hold down a button or something on an Apple Watch and it calls 911. So he must have done it and he didn't know it. So then his phone starts ringing and he was going to decline the call because it wasn't a number he knew. I'm like, I told you before, in these times we have to answer every call because God, you don't know what it's going to be. He's like, fine, answer it. So I answered it. Yeah, it was a 911 operator. We hung up on 911. So they're calling back to make sure everything's okay. I was surprised she took my word for it pretty easily. I mean, I did explain that the phone was on the counter and it must have been his watch and yeah, but so my quiet little afternoon of reorganizing some drawers has turned into a big hot mess because now I'm ripping everything apart, but that's how I roll, and making Doug rip everything apart too. So yeah, the stove wasn't too bad. Under the stove, not too bad at all, but yeah, the refrigerator,
Hot mess.
hot mess. Little embarrassing. Wasn't even going to show you that. So that drawer's a little neater. This drawer's neater. And I haven't done this drawer yet. So there's the before on that drawer. And I also, well, not me, got the spice cabinet re-alphabetized because it just gets messed up after a while. So that is all re-alphabetized and straightened up. Someone asked me the other day in a comment, and I haven't answered her yet because I wanted to do it from the computer. It's easier to type around so you don't have to stare at my floor. She asked me why I have my spices in mason jars and stuff. The reason I do that is I buy a lot of my spices in bulk. Spices that I use a lot of. Parsley, basil, things like that. Whole nutmeg, because I grate my own nutmeg. So I buy them in bulk and they just come in plastic containers. So I transfer those to mason jars. And then the spices, my everyday spices, I have in those little baby food jars. Doug built me that custom spice cabinet. So I put them in there and that's how I store them. So that's why my spices are in those jars. And like I have a big jar of salt, a big mason jar of salt, a big mason jar of sesame seeds, a big mason jar of baking powder, because I go through baking powder like water. So certain things I keep in bigger mason jars, other things I keep in the little baby food jars that I spray painted the lids to. So that's the reason for that, but I will definitely reply in the comments next time I'm on the computer because it's just easier on the computer. So there you go. And now I am going to eat some lunch. I'm kind of hungry. I didn't think I would be. So I heated up one of the ham and cheese swirls that we had last night for dinner. I told everyone they had to eat leftovers for lunch today because we had leftovers. So Andrew ate the garlic chicken from the other night, garlic chicken and rice. Doug ate the pork loin from the other night, and I'm eating this. So yeah, and Adam didn't eat anything because he had a big breakfast, and he actually just left. He's social distancing. He's in his car. I have had a horrific time getting yeast. Like, yeast is as hard to get as toilet paper. I don't know if everybody's deciding to make their own bread or what. I mean, I make bread all the time and pizza crust, and also I use yeast. You can't get it. You cannot get yeast. It's sold out everywhere. So I put it up on my Facebook page the other day, and a friend of mine texted me today. She had found some, and she picked it up for me. So Adam and her son are friends. So they are driving to the school and meeting in the parking lot to exchange the yeast and the money. So they're not going to get near each other. Adam's going to put the money on the hood of his car. Ryan's going to put the yeast on the hood of his car. They're going to get out independently of each other, grab it, wave hi, and come home. Doug just left to go do the curbside pickup for our fruit and produce order. He sent me a picture. Now, the other day was him and one other car. Today, the line is out the driveway. It's crazy. There's a 3-hour window for pickup, and he's right at the 1 hour in mark. Yeah, the line is crazy. So I don't know how long it's going to take him, but I'll show you our little haul. We didn't get a ton. And And I combined my order with my sister's, so he's going to drop my sister's stuff off on her back porch. She just ordered a bag of romaine. It's like a big 3-pound bag. She ordered some green peppers, and we're going to split the grapes, which, hindsight, I shouldn't have split the grapes because we fly through grapes, but she's the only one that eats them in her house, so whatever, it's all good. Yes, I know, I talk too much. So anyway, I am going to eat my ham and cheese swirl. I'm going to drink another thing of water because I am keeping this going. Yesterday I did so good. Today I'm doing so good. And I am going to tackle that last drawer. And I'll probably not do any cabinets today. That'll probably be it for that. But I'm happy with the way they look. They're nice and neat and organized. So, all good. I thought I would show you this because I don't know why. Someone sent me an email and asked me if I would please make a freezer inventory printable. I've been playing with it a little bit. I don't love what I've made, but I'm going to see if she likes it. So I'm using this for now. What I used to do is I used to just do this. I used to type out what I had, how many I had, and then just kind of cross it off as I went. So I'm still doing the same thing. I'm just doing it a little bit different. I made this list: chicken, beef, pork, seafood, other. And then on this side, it's fruits, vegetables, prepared meals, convenience food, and other. Now, I am worrying about fruit and vegetables for me personally. I mostly worry about my meat. So what I do in the chicken box, whole chicken, 3, 2, 1. I have 3 of them. When I use one, I'll cross off the 3. I know I have 2. I have breasts in a 4-pack. I have 12 of those. Breasts in a 2-pack, 6 of those. Finger packs, casserole chicken. If you watched my video from a couple weeks ago, you'll know what I mean by casserole chicken. It was how I prepare my chicken after buying it in bulk. I'll link it up in the cards and in the description box below so you can watch that if you're interested. Then the beef, ground beef, 1 pound. Ground beef, 1.5 pounds. Roasts, cubes. Pork chops. Loins, ribs, apple sausage, Italian sausage, ham loaf mix. Seafood, salmon, shrimp, ground turkey. Milk, because we do freeze our milk. Spaghetti sauce, under prepared meals, because you saw I made that the other day, so I got 6 things out of it. So there it is, the freezer inventory list. I do not have it up on the website yet, but I will get that up on the website either today or tomorrow for your printing pleasure. If there's some other way you'd like to have it done, please let me know. And honestly, if you want to sketch something out and email it to me, take a picture and email it to me, that's great too, because then I know exactly what you're looking for when it comes to printables. So there it is. I'll show you the inside. Hold on. How I organize my freezer. That top shelf is chicken. These are packs of 2 to 3 breasts. This is the casserole chicken and the chicken fingers. The rest are the 4 packs. The whole chickens are back there and the ground turkey. This next shelf is beef, except for this. This is Denise over at Dish with D. This is her turkey. I'm storing it for her. All my beef, my ground beef, my roasts, my cubes. The next shelf is pork. This is bacon and sausage in this bin. And this is the ham loaf, the ribs, the loins, and pork chops. And the bottom shelf is seafood / miscellaneous and milk. And that's it. Oh, I have all my sauce down there. And then I also have 2 other freezers. I have a refrigerator freezer, and the top of that is all frozen vegetables and frozen fruits. And the deep freeze is full of Built bars. It's embarrassing. And bread and convenience foods. Like the kids like corn dogs and they like bagel bites. So that's in there. So just wanted to share that with you. Okay, Doug is back from our produce pickup. I honestly don't remember ordering some of this. Okay, so I ordered what they called let me see if it's on the receipt. No, it's not. It was a, oh yes, vegetable kit. And in the vegetable kit, let me see here, was 3 green peppers, a grape tomato, romaine lettuce, asparagus, 2 onions, 5 pounds of potatoes, and 3 cucumbers. Then I also ordered a cantaloupe. And oh, I guess there were 2 of these in the vegetable kit, 2 of the grape tomatoes. I ordered a cantaloupe. I ordered 3 pounds of red grapes, but I split those with my sister. And I ordered a watermelon. So there is all of my produce. My sister's was already dropped off to her. She had ordered a few things, and I think it came to like $40-something for all of it together, including her stuff. And it is, like I told you, it is beautiful and huge. Like, these peppers are huge. We're making sausage and peppers. That's the only reason I ordered an extra pepper, because one came in the vegetable kit, but I'm like, oh no, I'm going to need more peppers. And they didn't have red this week, so I like to mix red and green, but that's okay. So there is my produce pickup, and it's fabulous. You just pull up, they put it right in your car because it's pre-ordered, pre-packed, and you are done. Okay, since the drawers were cleaned out, the spice cabinet was cleaned out, it was time just to set ourselves up for a great week. And you know, I love when I'm set up for a great week. So what I did, I took the vegetables, and instead of putting them in little individual things, I put them in this little Rubbermaid thing, all in one place. Ranch dip, right there. I made that yesterday. And I made that sort of with the Skinny Kitchen ranch recipe, but sort of not. I did not use packets of ranch mix. I used a whole bunch of seasonings that I had. I found a recipe that was in my drawer. See, this is where, let me show you. These are all my old-timey recipe cards. You know, everything now is on the computer, on Pinterest, whatever, on websites. But I still love my old cards. And I was going through here looking for something, and I found my, there it is, ranch style dressing and dip mix. And I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't made that in forever. So I whipped up a batch and made my ranch with it, and it is phenomenal. I forgot how good it was, and I'm never buying a package again. I will put that up on my website in case anyone's interested. So that's ready to go. That can go out on the counter. I like leaving, you've heard me say it before, like a little plate of veggies on the counter every day. But now with everybody home, we're beyond a little plate. So we're going to do this. I've got grapes. I've got oranges. Never even thought to cut them up like that until I saw Kim over to Girl on her phone do it. The kids are much more likely to reach for a couple slices of oranges when they're already done and they don't have to peel them. Because, you know, they're lazy. We've got cantaloupe. We've got pineapple. We've got watermelon. And as a bonus, we've got a whole big bowl of stuff for the composter. So there you go. I think we are pretty good set up for a nice successful week when it comes to our fruits and our veggies. And now it's time to make dinner. Okay, friends, desperate times call for desperate measures. So I really wanted my burger on a good, delicious bun. And number one, I couldn't get any 2-point buns anyway. They were sold out. But these just looked delicious the other day. And they're 5 points each. And my breakfast was 10 points. So, you know, I'm teetering there on the edge. So I remember watching a video from Sue over at Sue Slims Down, where it was either an English muffin or a bun or something. She weighed it, and that was like what gave her the points. Well, then she took some of the middle out to bring the weight down to see if it brought the points down. So I took some out of there, and it brought it down instead of 57 grams to 51. And actually 57 grams was the serving size, and this bun weighed 63 grams. I didn't check to see if it would go up a point, but by going down to 51 grams, here's my little pile of bread, it actually goes down to 4 points. Am I pushing the Weight Watcher boundaries a little bit? Yeah, probably. But heck, we're in a pandemic. Why not push the boundaries a little? So my 5-point roll is now 4 points, and I have more room inside for my sauteed mushrooms. So that's a win-win in my book. So we'll see what happens. Okay, it is dinner time. And on my plate, I have 3 points worth of French fries. That is 3 points on all plans. I have deviled eggs, 2 halves. That is 0 on purple and blue. And it is 2 points on green. My burger, my 4-point bun that I already explained. And then I have a mushroom Swiss burger. The burger is 7 points. I used 90% lean ground beef and made them a little bit bigger than I intended. So it is 7 points for that. It is 0 points for the mushrooms and 2 points for the Swiss cheese. So 9, 13, 14, 15. It is a 16-point dinner, and that puts me at 26 out of 23 points. So a few over, but I do have my app set to maintain, so I get 28 points. So I am still within my points. So I realized I did not put my ham and cheese pinwheel in that I had for lunch. So that puts me at 29 out of 28 points today. 1 over. But I'm okay with it. I didn't eat a lot of junk. Yeah, those little monkey breads this morning, they're considered junk in my world. I had a big breakfast. I had a very big dinner. But my goodness, was that burger amazing. I read somewhere, and I don't remember if I saw it on my Facebook group. I don't remember if I saw it on Pinterest. I don't remember where I saw it. But somebody suggested adding to your hamburger mixture that you're going to make the patties with some of the McCormick's Montreal steak seasoning. So I added probably about a tablespoon to 1.5 pounds of the beef, and it really, really enhanced the flavor. I always add salt and pepper and onion, but wow, it was good. It just gave it that little extra something. I don't know, it was good. You could definitely taste it. So it was a high point day, and that's okay. Like I said, I didn't snack a lot. I snacked on veggies, so I'm okay with it. Tomorrow, I'll need to rein it back in a little bit, stick with some low point options tomorrow. And also, well, Tuesday's weigh-in, I'm sure after this meal, I'll probably be up a little bit. But it is what it is. You know, I'm still, 11 pounds under goal. This is unprecedented territory. So, up a little, down a little, up a little, down a little. I'm not letting myself go crazy. I'm not letting myself lose control. And that is what is important now. Yes, my meals may be a little heavier pointed, but it is what it is. So I'm not getting discouraged, not getting upset. Although we did just find out that the national social distancing was extended to April 30th. And that means Adam's prom and Adam's trip to Disney are going to be canceled. Or I'm praying that the school is able to do something to maybe just move them into May. I really don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with his spring musical, with his Disney trip, with his prom. Not really sure. So we'll see. But it is what it is. We'll get through it, and that's all we can do. So I am ending this here tonight because I have been working my butt off all day. I am working 2 days this week. I am working Tuesday and Thursday this week. So I've got a lot of little projects I want to get done. I still need to get to my closet, which I will probably do tomorrow. I really need to tackle my shoes. And see, now we're in that in-between season. Like, I'm not wearing boots anymore because, it's spring. So I don't wear, boots in this. That's just me. I know people do. And people wear boots in the summer. I just don't. So So I'm thinking about maybe putting them in like a Rubbermaid tote and putting them up in the attic. I'm not sure. I'll have to research that. I don't know if the heat would be good for the leather, especially being in a tote. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll figure something else out. I could probably put them down in the basement. That would probably be a much better option. So, but I need to get them out of my closet. I've got too many pair of boots and I have too many pair of shoes. And I have a big blister on the back of my heel because I wore some flats for the first time the other day. Yeah, and now I have a huge blister that broke. So now I have exposed skin on the back of my heel. Didn't feel good while I was running this morning, but it's all, whatever. I bandaged it. It's good. But anyway, I've been talking long enough, as usual. So I hope you enjoyed my little organizational day and the little tips and tricks that I shared with you. And I will get that ranch recipe up on my website. I will try to get it tonight. If I don't, I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning. Also, I have to get the printable up on my website. That takes me a little bit longer because I have to change things to PDF, and it's like a 5-step process, and I always have to remind myself how to do it because I don't do it often. So I will get that up, and like I said, if there's any other printables you want, let me know. I certainly have time to make them now. And also sketch it out, take a picture of it, and email it to me because that kind of helps me know exactly what you want. So that is it. Have a fantastic evening and drink your water. Try to stick to your plan as much as possible, and it's all we can do. It's a temporary situation. Let's all stay home. Let's do what we need to do. Let's flatten this curve and let's get on with life. Because if summer's canceled, I will not be a happy camper because summer is my jam. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow for a full day of eating where I plan to stay right at my points.